This is News 3 Now at 6.
But first, we have breaking news. Interstate 39 has been closed near Portage due to a crash tonight. This happened around 3:30 today, and we are still seeing some major backups. This is a live picture about 6 miles south of the crash, and you can see these northbound lanes are still pretty backed up. Our crew on the scene says the traffic just started moving again about 5 minutes ago, but if you know anybody in that area, give them a call and tell them just to be patient, that things will get moving. Business owners of color often face more disparities and inequities than their competition, but thanks to the work of several local organizations, help is coming soon. Jamie Perez shares a major announcement made at the Urban League of Greater Madison today that could change many lives and careers.
I've been doing hair since I was a kid.
Tanisha Harbert followed her passion as a child. Now the owner of Madison's first Black-owned beauty school, she's dreaming even bigger.
I think sometimes we suppress the things that we want to do because they're so big.
Expanding her business even larger seemed like a far-fetched dream, until now.
We want to change that.
Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is providing $400,000 in grants to the Urban League of Greater Madison so they can provide an ecosystem of support for business owners of color.
I only have one location, but I think about where I want to go, and I know that I want to have multiple locations in the United States.
Business owners of color often face disparities and inequities that make it harder for people like Tanisha to do what they want with their business. But thanks to these organizations coming together, new programs will help these business owners achieve their wildest dreams.
Now, a lot of the work that they're going to be doing to help business owners of color will happen right here in this new building called The Hub. This is expected to be built by 2022.
Will allow us to overcome one of the biggest challenges that Black businesses face. And that challenge is having access to capital. The purpose of the Hub will create a space to grow and nurture Black and other businesses.
The Hub will offer loans, grants, and culturally competent technical assistance to at least 40 startups and companies. The 4-story, 76,000 square foot building will offer business owners of color the chance to have a physical location in the building.
Such a thrill for us to be able to participate in this, to be able to have your back and provide these resources, and that is where the state needs to be. That's where Wisconsin needs to be in order to help our Black community, in order to help our whole community.
An opportunity that offers people of color something everyone wants to be able to achieve in their career.
A generational wealth for your families. Nobody works this hard to not be able to leave something, a legacy for their children.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
The Hub will be built at the corner of Park Street and Hughes Place by next year. Continuing coverage now, Chandler Halderson remains in the Dane County Jail on a $1 million bail. This as the Dane County Medical Examiner works to identify more remains found on DNR land where he was seen in Sauk City Wednesday. Deputies say photographs showed Halderson in the area. The same car was also seen where remains of his dad, Bart Halderson, were found in Cottage Grove. The Milwaukee Police Department is releasing body camera footage from the day an officer killed a man on the city's south side. A warning, this video can be hard to watch for some people.
Shots fired, just say.
That was 49-year-old Roberto Zielinski firing off multiple rounds on May 30th. Officers say he was first on his front porch before moving to the back porch and shooting off additional shots in the direction of the officers. In the video, you can hear authorities give several verbal commands to drop the gun, and Zielinski refused. One officer with more than 6 years of experience fired a single shot and killed Zielinski on the porch.
His focus was on using deadly force. His focus should have been on keeping everybody there at the scene safe, including Robert Zielinski. Robert Zielinski died because the officers did not follow their training and instead focused on shooting and killing Robert Zielinski.
In the video, you can hear the officer who shot Zielinski say multiple times that he has a clear shot. Zielinski's family and attorney are also accusing the police department of selective editing, as other neighbors' accounts of what happened differ from the police report. Let's get a look outside now. It is shaping up to be a wonderful weekend, and this weather will be sticking around for quite some time. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Charlotte, the weather is nice, the traffic is not. We're going to do you a quick first warn traffic update. I-39 northbound, actually is closed in both directions between Cascade Mountain Road and Wisconsin 33, just north of the I-90-94 interchange. The ramp from I-90-94 eastbound to I-39 northbound is also closed. If you're traveling from the south, you probably want to get off at Wisconsin 60 and then use US 51 northbound to north of Portage as a bypass for that area, because you can see the traffic is backed up that area in red all the way back down to at least County Highway CS. Also farther to the south, there's an accident, or was an accident, on the westbound belt line near John Nolan Drive. Some backups back to the area around Stoughton Road as well. Visible cloud track, though, shows skies clearing out across the state of Wisconsin. It's been a pretty nice day overall. High temperatures so far, upper 70s to lower 80s. Here in Madison, we've topped out at 79 so far. Right now, we're at 78 degrees. Temperatures are mainly in the upper 70s, but the dew point temperatures are in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Those temperatures will continue to drop as the air dries out. So by tomorrow morning, we'll be down to about 56 here in Madison. Look for a sunny and pleasantly warm day with a high of 81 for tomorrow. The warm weather will stick around through next week. I'll tell you when it'll also turn humid in just a few minutes.
A group of women are putting together a comedy showcase in response to Louis C.K.'s scheduled appearances at the Comedy Club on State Street. C.K. was accused of sexual misconduct by multiple women in 2017 during the Me Too movement. Babapalooza is comedy showcase scheduled for July 25th at Boss Meadery. Will feature performances from multiple female comedians. Tickets for the event are $10. All tips and extra proceeds from the show will go to the Wisconsin Coalition Against Sexual Assault. Republican Senator Ron Johnson is outraising all of the Democratic candidates trying to take his spot. Johnson still has not announced yet whether he is going to run again. His latest campaign finance filings show he raised around $1.2 million between April and June and has $1.7 million cash on hand. A veteran's legacy lives on through pictures, not of himself, but of things he drew. Brad Hamilton found that veteran's widow at this weekend's American Legion convention in Madison. He explains how picking up a pencil, not a service weapon, had an impact on Vietnam.
I've met some incredible people here who've told me some incredible stories of sacrifice in their lives.
Sacrifice that Betsy Grant knows personally. Her husband served in the United States Army from 1958 to 1968.
He would be bragging about what I'm doing. He wouldn't be bragging about himself. And that's the way he was. He was an incredible man.
Love of country led Vernon Grant to pick up arms in Vietnam, but also to pick up a pencil, becoming a cartoonist for the military publication Stars and Stripes.
He wanted to serve his country. He had two brothers who were in the service. He and his family were, he and his brothers were first-generation Americans.
But as his military career ended, a new one began for Grant in the form of these graphic novels. Filling these pages are illustrations from the Army captain of what life was like as an American soldier.
He wanted to teach people how to be peaceful and how to learn to love each other instead of hate each other.
When Vernon passed in 2006, Betsy went to work, making it her life's mission to share her husband's work with as many people as possible.
Probably a lot of people, when they lose someone they really love in their life, they want to remember them in some way, and they want that person to be remembered.
Which is why Betsy is grateful for the American Legion, allowing her the opportunity this weekend to showcase her husband's work and remember his legacy. Reporting here in Madison, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
The convention is open to the public this weekend at Madison Marriott West. And a pretty cool car show going on right now to benefit our veterans. Until 8 o'clock tonight, you can head over to the East Madison Toyota car dealership to check it out. All proceeds will benefit the Paralyzed Veterans of America. And helping the dealership put this on, the lack of cars currently for sale.
It's been a crazy year in the car business. Normally this time of year we'd have 300 to 350 cars on the lot. Based on a little bit of a supply challenge and the sales being really good right now, we've kind of been stuck with an empty lot.
There will be 4 classes of competition with best-in-class winners for each category. The dealership will also be providing food along with a 50-50 raffle. Tickets are $10 per person, and all vehicles and owners are welcome to attend. Happening tonight, the remains of a missing airman who died during the Korean War will return to his hometown of Evansville. U.S. Airman Edward Miller was missing in action for almost 70 years after crashing into a remote mountain range during a blizzard in Alaska. He disappeared on November 22nd, 1952. His remains were just identified in 2019. In about 20 minutes, a military convoy will escort Miller's remains to Evansville. In his honor, Governor Evers has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff. He will be laid to rest with full military honors tomorrow. Still ahead tonight, a local organization celebrates 50 years of helping homeless children in Dane County. We'll be right back.
Don't you wish you could wave a magic wand and have whiter teeth? Well, you can, but it's not magic. It's power swabs. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and boom, whiter teeth and a better smile. And since you're not dealing with messy trays or awkward strips, you're less vulnerable to the harsh sensitivity they sometimes create.
I've used strips. They seem to really hurt my teeth. The power swabs, it just seemed very gentle.
It's so simple and easy. You just open it, you apply it to your teeth, you forget it's there. And I noticed that they're white and bright again like they were before.
I noticed actually a difference the first time that I used power swabs. You put on the first coat and then the activator goes on and immediately you start seeing it working.
It only takes 5-minute applications to get a brighter, whiter smile with power swabs. You just snap, swab, and smile. Power swabs have been clinically studied to whiten natural teeth and remove stains from caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so powerful, it removes stains from coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking.
I love my coffee in the morning.
I will never stop drinking coffee. I will not be the person drinking hot coffee with a straw.
As much coffee as I drink, I can use my power swabs and eliminate the staining.
When I use the power swabs, I applied it directly to my front tooth where the coffee stain was.
I like being able to individually get the teeth, and most importantly, it got kind of in between the grooves.
You can put it directly on the stain that you see on your teeth, and it's so precise.
But as powerful as it is, it's also gentle and causes 0 to minimal sensitivity.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
Take it from me as someone who has gone the dental route, but has also gone on the shelf route, and I've not really seen anything work as effective and as easy as power swabs.
Whiten your teeth today by ordering power swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen to use on the go after meals or a cup of coffee. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Pick and Save stores are giving away free bottles of hand sanitizer. The parent company, Roundy's, says demand for hand sanitizer is falling as COVID-19 pandemic restrictions are lifted. They're available on a first-come, first-served basis. Like many things, the pandemic has further exposed the dramatic need for mental health care in the U.S. From depression to anxiety and substance abuse, UW Health says there is a growing body of evidence showing the dramatic mental health decline over the past year and a half. According to a CDC survey in June of 2020, about 25% of adult respondents reported symptoms of an anxiety disorder. The study showed that communities of color were disproportionately impacted. There's been a lot of attention lately on adult homeless issues in Madison, including an encampment at Rindall Park and a place to build a permanent men's shelter. But every day, there are about 300 children and young adults who are homeless in Dane County, too. A local organization that's been helping them for 50 years is focused on the future, making sure the people they serve aren't forgotten. Anna Hansen reports.
50 years of service.
This is a really special year for Briar Patch.
To a community in need.
We've touched so many lives over the last several years.
Have built Briar Patch Youth Services into the organization it is today. Briar Patch serves at-risk homeless and runaway kids and young adults between the ages of 12 and 24, thanks to different donors. CEO Gloria Reyes says they serve as many as 3,000 people per year, which is vital in helping those who may otherwise fall through the cracks.
It's a silent, hidden community. These are youth that you don't see, standing on the corner at a park.
Reyes says that the street outreach program, targeted toward vulnerable youth living on the street, has helped Briar Patch employees connect with young people who may be harder to reach. But the past year and a half of COVID has presented challenges to outreach efforts.
It was a very difficult time. The referrals initially went down, decreased because of school closure.
So Reyes and other leaders spent the time making virtual connections and organizing their efforts toward future plans.
During our virtual spaces, we were able to navigate making those connections. We spent this time preparing ourselves for what the post-recovery COVID would look like.
But COVID didn't just temporarily change the structure of Briar Patch. It taught employees valuable lessons.
What we learned was that, engagement of our youth doesn't necessarily mean an infrastructure or a building.
Now, with full-time office hours and 50th anniversary celebrations ahead, Rhea says she's optimistic for what's to come.
And we want people to come and really go through a process of remembering where Briar Patch started.
In Madison, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.
Briar Patch will be hosting an open house on September 18th and an art fair on October 16th to commemorate their 50th year serving Dane County's vulnerable youth. They'll also be holding an end-of-year celebration on November 4th. Still to come tonight, we have all heard about the current worker shortage, but there is a crunch to get some jobs filled in the next couple of weeks. Plus, Gary is looking ahead to a nice weekend outside. Your full forecast is next.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Menards has everything you need to maintain your vehicle. Keep your vehicle running smoothly with Shell. Formula Shell Motor Oil provides economical value and performance in a trusted brand. Save today with 11% off. Light up your garage or workspace with Patriot Lighting. This 15,000 lumen LED light swivels to adjust the light where you need it. All Patriot Lighting is 11% off. Save today with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
It's time to invest in care. I care for seniors and people with disabilities so that they can live in their homes. That lets their families go to work. Joe Biden's American Jobs Plan will give working families the support they need and jumpstart our economy.
It's better wages and benefits and opportunities for caregivers who are disproportionately women of color, and immigrants.
Tell Congress to pass Biden's plan and invest in care jobs now, because care is essential.
SEIU is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Here's the thing. When you create a network as a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the strongest signal comes from starting local and staying loyal, no matter how much you grow. The nationwide network built from your town up. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. No trade-in required or hidden fees. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Yesterday, we reported that Wisconsin's unemployment rate is well below the national average. It has stayed unchanged for the past 3 months, currently sitting at 3.9%. The national level is 5.9%. Many businesses around the state are hiring right now, including school bus companies. With the first day of school closer than kids may want to believe, bus companies are scrambling to fill positions. Lamer's bus service near Green Bay is one of many companies holding open houses for applicants. They say anyone can learn to drive a bus.
It's a 40-foot bus. It's different from driving a vehicle, but Lamer's does a great job at training.
If you want to do it full-time, though, there are some basic requirements for most companies. New drivers must pass a background check and be at least 21 years old with a good driving record. 4 years experience behind the wheel is also required, but it doesn't have to be a large vehicle. And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast.
Well, we got a nice weekend shaping up for us. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for warm weather, but comfortably warm weather. Highs lower to middle 80s for tomorrow and for Sunday. Then the humidity starts to increase beginning Monday and pretty much lasting for all of next week into next weekend. But even with the higher humidity and the temperatures that'll be in the middle 80s, the rain chances will be pretty low. There won't be anything really to trigger any widespread shower or thunderstorm activity. So I'm looking at mainly a dry forecast at least through next Saturday. Just a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm Tuesday afternoon or evening, and then again Friday of next week. Doppler track right now, the showers from the last weather system heading off to the east. Out in the west, a couple of showers and thunderstorms in the Dakotas. Those aren't heading in our direction. But future track precipitation for the next 10 days. This takes us through Monday morning of early Monday afternoon of the following week. You can see we're only looking at maybe a 1/10 to a 1/4 of an inch of rain. And most of this would be in the Sunday, Monday time frame from next weekend into the following week. So the rain chances are going to be pretty slim. And this time of year, you've heard me say it over and over again, we need about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain every 10 days in order to just not make the drought any worse. And right now, the U.S. Drought Monitor still has us in a moderate drought, even though we've had some rain recently, and some areas have seen heavy rain, but widespread areas are still well below normal, at least as far as precipitation for the year. It's been a long-term type drought now. The soils are probably okay, at least for the plants, but the reservoirs, the river levels, the lake levels, for the most part, are down compared to average. And then, of course, out west, we've got the drought continuing for much of the western and northwestern part of the country, and there are no signs that's going to let up anytime soon. In fact, you can see on weather track, very little in the way of shower or thunderstorm activity other than just some pop-up thunderstorms in the mountains, but the areas that really need the rain most out west and in the northern part of the United States, just not seeing it. We've got high pressure that's built in that's dropped the temperatures a bit, but it's not giving us any precipitation chances. As we zoom into the Midwest, you can see our temperatures 70s to the lower 80s, but the dew point temperatures right now are in the 50s, and those will even drop a little bit more as the air continues to dry out. So look for a high temperature tomorrow of 81 degrees with mostly sunny skies, a pleasantly warm day, up to 84 on Sunday, 86 on Mondays. The humidity returns, but again, just those slight chances for thunderstorms Tuesday and Friday. We'll have to wait till the end of next weekend for any better chances for rain.
And coming up in sports, Aaron Jones arrived a little early for training camp while the Packers running back was back in Green Bay. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Up here, success depends on the choices you make. But I know I've got this. And when it comes to controlling his type 2 diabetes, my dad's got this too.
With the right choices, you have it in you to control your A1C, and once-weekly Trulicity may help. Most people taking Trulicity reached an A1C under 7%, and it starts lowering blood sugar from the first dose by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Get the new furniture you really want during the Steinhafels Best Sellers event. Save 35 to 50% store-wide on all the latest styles from all the best brands. Whether it's a new living room, bedroom, dining room, or the entire house, it's all on sale. And with Steinhafels special financing, it's even more affordable to update your room. So shop now and save big, in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
This store in Fort Detrick, Maryland, isn't just any store. It's a base supply center operated by Industries for the Blind and Visually Impaired, proudly serving the U.S. military. Inside, you'll find everything from printer ink, pens and Post-its, to the uniforms worn by the men and women who serve our country. You'll also find employees with confidence and charisma. Employees like Hope. See how a career at IBVI inspires our employees and how it can inspire you at ibvican.org.
Saturday morning, the latest on the Halderson homicide case.
And sun for days, but it's about to start feeling a lot different out there. We'll update your weekend forecast with a look ahead Saturday morning.
The Bucks did what they had to do in games 3 and 4 of the NBA Finals and held home court. So now we're all tied up at 2, and the best of 7 is now a best of 3. 2 wins, and Milwaukee can claim its first championship in 50 years. Now, things didn't look so great in the fourth quarter on Wednesday, but the Deer rallied and put themselves in a great position for Saturday's Game 5.
You know, how bad do you really want it? You know, and just leave the game, you know, swinging kind of mentality.
Everybody's tired. Everybody's banged up. Just got to give it all, leave it all on the court. We could rest and sleep and get treatment after the game. But, you know, while that game is being played, there's no excuses.
Report date for Green Bay's training camp is July 27th, but Aaron Jones is already in Titletown. The Packers running back was in town hosting the Aaron Jones football camp at Notre Dame High School. 200 kids turned out to learn from one of the best running backs in the NFL. Campers received an autograph and a picture from Jones along with a camp t-shirt. We'll hear from the Pro Bowl running back tonight at 10. Well, it's official. Addison Ostrenga is heading to Iowa to play football. The Sun Prairie standout caught 19 catches for 328 yards and 3 touchdowns in 6 games during the Cardinals' spring season. Now, Ostrenga originally committed to the Hawks to play baseball last summer. Good news, Brewer baseball returns tonight. Even better news, Colton Wong is back in the starting lineup, and Craig Counsell hopes the 3rd time is the charm for his second baseman's calf. Wong spent 3 separate stints on the 10-day IL during the first half of Milwaukee's season. Second round of the Open Championship, and Tyrrell Hatton wasn't having any fun today. Hatton didn't like his approach shot on 18, so what does he do? He breaks his club. Apparently, he also flipped off a fan during his round 2, so he ended up missing the cut. His performance not good, but this was great. Jonathan Thompson on 16 rolls it right into the cup for a hole-in-one. But the round again belonged to Louis Oosthuizen. He's your leader after 36 holes at 11 under. Now, okay, first guy, I'd probably break my club, but I wouldn't flip off a fan. Because like I don't have patience for golf, but you just can't. You can't flip off.
They don't even allow me on the golf course, so I wouldn't even get to that point.
All right, Gary, let's do what you do best, weather.
Well, there's the live view from the WISC Skycam. Lots of sunshine out there. The Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam looking out to the west. Partly sunny skies there. Temperatures in the upper 70s to the lower, or to around 80 degrees. 80 in Boscobel, 78 right now in Madison. Dew point temperatures pretty comfortable. Look for a low tonight of about 56. High tomorrow, 81. Lots of sunshine there. And in fact, lots of sunshine through much of next week with mainly dry weather, a little more humidity, but thunderstorm chances stay low.
All right, picture perfect. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening, and we will see you back here at 10.